going to learn a lot more tonight about how to achieve exponential growth as a networker. And I want you to know it is something that can be doable, something that is achievable. There is nothing to fear when somebody says, let's do network marketing. Why? Because it can be done, it's doable, it's achievable. And there is nothing that beats this industry. I want you to know what we are going to be talking here. These are tried and tested models, and this is what you and I will always enjoy doing. There is nothing difficult. There is nothing impossible. Awesome. Let me continue by saying, we are looking at something like this. We are looking at producing something of this nature in your business enterprise, in your business opportunity. We are looking at producing something like this, and I want you to know that this is doable. It is actually doable. We are talking about it's a game of numbers against time. It's a game of numbers against time. So you will find that when you are doing network marketing, we are trying to say, when we are talking about exponential growth, we are saying, can you move from 1 to 2 to 3 and jump into duplications? Imagine having one person and then they become 2. When 2 people come back there with 2 people each, they are now going to be 6 in your team. When 6 people come back with 2 people each, they're now going to be 12. How do we achieve that smart curve? How do we grow? So there are certain areas that I want you to master that I'm going to manage. I'm going to start with the introduction part of it, of what are we talking about. Then in the Thursdays, as we go, I'm going to be getting deeper and deeper and deeper until we produce networkers. I want you to know, at the end of the day, there is nothing as interesting as realizing that what we are chasing is an achievable, it's an achievable target. We are using what is called a 2 critical player based approach. We are going to identify who are these 2 critical players that we are going to focus on to produce an exponential growth in your business. So it's going to be interesting, but I want you to master this curve. You will see it as we go. I want you to know we have got a dream to have a lot of members, but we are starting from a few members. And over time, it's going to produce something like this. It's going to produce something like this. You'll either have a linear growth or you'll ever have an exponential growth. For you to have a linear growth, you will find that if you don't change how you do things, if you close your mind and you don't have time to learn new things, you are highly likely to find growth, but it's going to be on a linear curve. It's going to be on a straight, a small minor growth, and it grows from time to time, and it takes too long to get to the next level. But if you open up to get to know more about how to increase your business, how to get into numbers, I want you to know it will take a little bit of learning of a few things that I'm going to highlight tonight. So it's all about you having an exponential growth than having a linear growth. We don't want you to have a linear growth. From week to week, we should see this curve. We should see this growth. So how do we do that? So those are the areas we're going to be touching tonight. And I want you to know it's a very short presentation, but after we've done, you will see definitely some of these things are easily doable. I want you to know it is based on 4 basic tools for growth. We are going to master 4 basic tools for growth. And these 4 basic tools for growth, they should be able to give you a starting point. Where do you start? A starting point. Then when we are mastering the next game of the rules of the game in our next episode, and we're gonna go deeper and deeper and deeper of how to achieve this every Thursday. I want you to know these are the basics that you need to master. And you'll see if you jump any one of them, your movement will be linear. You'll be growing at a very slow rate because there is one area or 2 areas that you jumped. So how do we achieve that? I want you to know one of the most important aspects that a lot of people, they ignore. They don't take it seriously. It's called product knowledge. When you say product knowledge, we are saying the company, the network, or the business that you are sharing with people, do you know it? In other words, it's one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of people make when they get into a network marketing company. They don't prioritize product knowledge. In other words, what is it that we are talking about? What is ESPN Global as a product, as a company? That is what you're selling to the people. You want people to get to know your network. Your network is what you are now calling the product. So what is it about? So before you can even try and get people on board, make it a priority that you yourself have mastered that which you're going to tell the people. Remember, you cannot sell what you do not know, because people will pick that. People will pick that you don't know what you're talking about. Now, what you need to do is to prioritize this area. You'll find that recruitment is difficult. Why? Because you don't know what to be. When people start asking you questions, the moment you open your mouth and say ESPN Global, they'll ask you questions and you are going to try to answer, but they will pick it that you don't know. So if you are smart, get knowledge. First person to get knowledge is you. So get knowledge because it's very important, and get understanding of what ESPN Global is all about. What are the basics about this company? Where are they? Where do they generate money from? And where are they going? So get the basics. So the easiest platform we produced was, guys, let's attend Zoom meetings. Why do we say attend Zoom meetings? We want you to get knowledge. We want you to get understanding, and it will be easy for you to share the business. But if you are going to find yourself not getting the knowledge, you will find that you can jump to the next stage and it will not produce results. So I want you to know, when you get knowledge, you have covered a very long story. You have covered a very serious story that could have costed you a lot of Did you know, when you do not know something, when somebody starts asking you about it, you get frustrated, you get angry, and you are likely never to go back to a person that asks you questions. But sometimes those questions, they are asking you so that they can also be able to tell the next person. But now, the easiest we have done, we said, leaders, let's have Zoom meetings every day. The more you hear it, the more you hear it, the more you hear it, and the more you get understanding. So repeatedly, you're listening to same thing, and above, it starts sinking slowly. And I'm telling you, the more you understand the business, the faster your team grows, because when they want answers, you have them. Same thing with your downliners. Encourage them product knowledge. They need to know what they are selling. What is it that ESPN Global is all about? They need to understand it. So if you are going to be talking about any company, they need to understand it. However, when you have understanding now, we go to step number 2. These are basic tools, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. These are basic tools that you could actually know by now. The second aspect is advertisement. Advertisement, guys, this is where the whole ball game changes. You might find that there are people who actually have got less knowledge of the business, but they grow fast, big time. Why? Because of advertisement. They don't stop shouting and making noise about it. They do that every day, every week, every month. They continuously advertise. I was looking at one company today, and I'm not sure if I will be able to share that video, but it's one company that I've seen over the years. It's called McDonald's. I think you all know it's an American fast food company, the restaurant, from actually founded about 1940. They were operating as a restaurant, and you know what? From USA, that's where they originated. But if you say McDonald's to your child right now, they think it's a Swaziland company. They think it's a Lesotho company. They think it's a South African company. They think it's a Zimbabwean company. If you ask your children McDonald's, they think it's actually a Ghanaian or a Ugandan company. Do you know why? Because even though it was a United States company, they advertised the brand until it sinked into our children's minds. So if you say McDonald's, the generation that we have today, they know it. Why? Because of the way they have been continuously made aware of McDonald's. So there is nothing that will pass them. There is nothing that you can tell them. They know all the beggars. They know all the whatever they have it. I've got another company called Coca-Cola. Crazy. They are not a crazy company. It's been 128 years so far. From 1892, they've been doing crazy advertisements. Nobody doesn't know Coca-Cola. Whether you drink it, whether you got sugar, whether you don't have sugar diabetes, you know Coca-Cola. One of the biggest things that makes people know about it is advertisement. Now you are coming into a company and you are running a business and you only talk about it maybe on Sunday, or maybe on a Tuesday, or when you're too excited, when you're angry, when you hear some negative information, you slow down. I want you to know, even McDonald's, they got negative information that is talked about. Even Coca-Cola, so there are some times when negative information is talked about by either their competitors or by their enemies, by any other countries. They are also attacked. But there's one thing that these two guys, that they never stop doing: advertising. And that is one thing I want you to know. If you are going to be a networker, don't look this side or that side. When you get to understanding of what you are talking about, go crazy. Go crazy with advertisements. I was going to show you some few videos, but I'm looking at the time. It's not going to allow me to do everything. So I'll see where I can fish them in. I wanted you to see these two companies, the kind of advertisement that they do. The advertisement that they were doing in 1940, in 1967, and the advertisement that they're doing now, you will see there is a big difference. The quality of their advertisement is different. Their theme, the way they introduce their business, is different. So all those things, it's not just you about posting it on your status. It's not just you about posting on Facebook, but you need to improve from stage to stage, from day to day. The way you presented it yesterday, the way you advertise it tomorrow, they should be seeing a bit of improvement. You can start from what we call free advertisement to cost-based advertisement. I want you to know, guys, this is one area that we need. I'm not going to dig deeper because it's a very big topic on advertisement. I'll come back later and teach you specifically ways, methods, types, strategies on advertisement. So I'm going to jump and say, share the information that you have and make sure you do that consistently, continuously, either for free or sometimes you have to go at a cost. I must tell you, I've seen leaders here, they already got caps that are written, ESPN Global, that are written, all these companies. And I want you to know, it's at a cost. They are advertising. And you ask yourself, since I started doing network marketing, when last did I purchase a cap and put a logo of a company and say I'm advertising? Are you not one of those guys that are actually hiding and say, you say you're doing network, and no, I don't do it. I just know a friend of mine who does that. When you are still not able to do both free and costly advertising, then you are still going to find your growth is going to be very small to very minimal or to no growth. So I want you to make it a habit. When we say free advertising, things like your status, things like your Facebook page, those are free advertisement platforms that you can use. Your Twitter, your Instagram, those are free advertisement platforms. And I want you to know, we are actually sometimes doing videos, sometimes we are doing t-shirts and the golfers. Sometimes we actually have seminars that we go as families and do dinners together. It's at a cost, but you're trying to create awareness. The word advertisement, I'm just saying, create awareness, share the information. And when you know the product and you don't share it, you're just like somebody who it's personal. So it stays within you. It's like somebody who got a shop and that shop is kept closed. Nobody buys because the shop is always closed. You have the product inside you. Until you send it out, until you open up, until you share the information, your shop is closed. And sooner or later, you will see it shutting down. So if you and me, share that information. Let me not speak too much on it because I've got a lot of stuff to share with you. Right, I want you to know, this is the one of the areas when we talk of growth, when we talk of spontaneous exponential growth, we are saying you can start from level A, get to know the product, you start advertising. Now, the moment you advertise, guys, there is something that happens. People, they want to engage with you. People, they want to get to know more about the product. So sometimes they actually sign up under you. I don't know if you have seen that. They actually sign up under you. And then when after signing up, they don't pay same time. They'll be checking you on certain areas such as availability and follow-up. That's where you find sometimes there are people, when they market the product, when they make somebody sign up, you will see them having to activate the account. And somebody got a lot of sign-ups, but they are not activated. And this is one of the areas where we start having problems. We keep on advertising and advertising and advertising. People, they are signing up and signing up and signing up, but you are not going back to do follow-ups on the people that have signed up. Go into your dashboard. You might find there about 40. I was looking at one of my accounts. There are about 1,100 something people that are signed up, and only about 890 some people activate their accounts. And I was asking myself, what about the 700 people? What happened? I asked myself, of course, maybe we reached them out, but then what happened? We didn't follow up. You reach out with information, then you don't do a follow-up, or maybe when they want answers, you are not available. So one of the most dangerous areas that I want you to understand, if you advertise, you are attracting engagement, you are attracting questions, you are attracting attention, and you must be ready to answer, you must be ready to explain. If you cannot explain, you must be ready to avail information. You understand? You must be able to avail information, or you must be able to take them to training platforms where they can actually get information. Now you're not available. I've seen in the past, when it comes to building teams, it comes very difficult. Why? Because we recruit, it becomes boring. All these people are signing up, but no one is paying. Because when they need you, you are not available. Being not available, there are two things that I want you to master. Inavailability happens in two ways: passive inavailability and active inavailability. When I say passive inavailability, is you are there, but you are not there. They can pick your answers are called. They can pick you're not available. You are there, but you're not there. When you're talking about active availability, they literally try your number and it's not available. They literally phone you and you're not there for them, for their team. Maybe sometimes they end up phoning other leaders because their upliner is not there. And I want you to know that's where sometimes building teams becomes a problem. Why? Because they know you're not available. Even if I want to join under you, when I need help, you're not there. But where is the problem? Because maybe the problem started at point number one. The leader didn't prioritize product knowledge. So when you start coming in questions, he gets frustrated. He can't explain. So I want to encourage you guys. Master point number one, product knowledge. Master point number two, advertisement. And don't forget point number three, availability. Be available. Make sure those people, when they need answers, it's either you answer or you take them to training platforms where they can get answers. And after you've signed up somebody, one of the most important things that we always forget to do is to follow up. Follow-ups are done every day, guys. Follow-ups are done every day, every week, until somebody is able to run his business. You don't do follow-up for him to sign up only. You do follow-up to sign up, follow-up after signing up, follow-up to build his own team. You do follow-ups. So that is how we sometimes you follow up until the time of paying the package. As soon as the guy pays for the package, you are no longer available. That's mistake number one. When moment he or she activates his account, he's now part and parcel of your story. So where you are, he should be there. Wherever he needs help, he must be able to get help. What's humanly possible, you must avail yourself. And if they are not coming to ask you questions, do follow up. Why are they not asking you questions? Is it that they understand? Is it that they think you don't know? Where is their area? Maybe they are doubting the team already. Maybe they are doubting the product in the. So do follow up, and you find growth is exponential. People make decisions at different times. So close the gap by consistently and strategically following up. I remember at one point I was doing a follow-up, and for some reason I always start by asking how is this person and how is his family. And I don't know what happened on that day. I just went straight. I was still starting the juice business. I just went straight. Hey, how far are you with your activation of your account? That was rude. But you know, when you're learning, you do anything. Yeah, now stuck, man, activate your account today, man. Hey, activate it. And his answer was, can we chat later? I'm at a funeral. I lost my mother last night. Can you imagine how you feel? So do what we call strategic follow-ups. Get to know how is he doing. Get to know how is his family. Get to know how is the business doing. Get to know the basics before you ask why is he not activating his account. So do it in a strategic way. Follow up in a strategic way, and you do that consistently. And like I said, consistently, it means before signing up, after signing up, after activating, and until he is able to run his own business on his own. And you still be doing follow-ups. That's what we call network marketing. And I want you to know there is one more area that a lot of staff, a lot of people, a lot of leaders, they miss out. What we call registrations and closing deals. This is one area that I know there's one man here that I'm not going to mention his name, but I'm telling you, is one man who is very good at closing deals. What this means is sometimes people, they approach, they advertise, and when the person says no problem, you're doing a follow-up, I want to register now. You will be shocked to realize that you don't even have the link with you. You'll be shocked to realize that sometimes you don't even know how to register a person. And these are areas, they are basic areas that we need to master if we are good. Those are small areas that we leave out. No, okay, it's fine. My upline, I will do that for you. Just send me your details. It's good for them to send you details. Very good. Sometimes you put them in the right direction, the right area. But that is if you know how to sign up, how to register the business, and how to activate the accounts. They look into that, because remember, you're approaching people who have never been in your business. Sometimes you're approaching people that do not have understanding of how computers work, how these smartphones work. So you, as the uplighter, you need to learn to do these things at your own time and make sure you master the basics of how to register a person, how to activate an account, and make it a personal responsibility to be able to do those things. Don't rely on your upliner to do that for you, because that's how you perfect your skills as a network marketer. We are on a way to produce a professional network marketer. A professional network marketer must be able to register. A professional network marketer must be able to activate an account. But it's a process. It's a personal responsibility that you need to have as a person. And I want you to know the things that I've highlighted here, these 4 basic tools, they are not difficult. They are not difficult. They're not special. And they are only going to be able to be used strategically to produce results. I want you to know it takes a strategic effort for us to have a strategic leader. So strategic effort that takes you to the top by surprise. So what are some of these strategic efforts that you can do? Remember, today we are introducing this topic. So I'm going just doing basics. You will find every time when you look at the business, this is how you perceive the business. You think life is so predictable. Oh, I can be there. And sometimes you actually start realizing that as you go up the ladder, the business is not as easy as you assumed. Then you start pegging your own level. At least I can be here. That's fine. At least if I can only be a commander, I'll be fine. And you start putting your pegs at lower ranks, at lower positions. That's fine. But remember, we are looking at the surprise factor here. We are looking at you being able to jump ranks in days, being able to jump ranks in weeks, and being able to fast track your growth. So this is what we want you to. We want you to say, I didn't realize I could be here. So what is it, those basics that you need to be doing for you to have that exponential growth surprise factor? What is it that you need to do so that you can be where you actually need to be in the future? I want you to know, we are going to look into these few basic strategies. They are basic in the sense that we do them every day. It's just that we are not doing them strategically. We do them every single day. And I'm going to touch certain areas that I think they are very, very important for you. These areas, they are actually going to be small steps that we know they will help you. They will give a momentum. They will help you to see those small blocks becoming bigger blocks until you hit the levels that you never thought you could reach. So what are the two critical players based strategies? Who are the two people that are important in when we are marketing the business? When you are talking about ESPN Global and you're talking about this particular company that you're marketing, what are the most important things that you need to master? The first person is you. The first person is you. And the second person is the business itself. So these are the people that we need to sell. I want you to understand, these are the people that we need to sell. We need to sell the business, and we also need to sell you. So those are the areas that always, sometimes you have a good business, a very, very good business, because other people are making money in it. But when it comes to you, you are not making it. Why? Maybe because you are only selling the business, but instead of you realize that sometimes people, they don't always join the business. Sometimes people, they join you, they join your team, they join your effort, they join your strategies. So to some degree, you need to understand one of the most critical players in this game is you. Am I talking to you? If I'm talking to you, let me see in the chat, in the chat box before I explain what I mean here. Am I talking to you? Or are you still going? Are you still following? Let me see in the chat box. Awesome. Awesome. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Awesome. Thank you guys for your responses. Thank you so much for your responses. That's inspiring. That's great. Let's do it. Let's complete this race. It's quite a good race. Let's complete it. And awesome. I'm with you. Oh, yes, you're talking to me. Awesome. Awesome. Those are right. So great comments. Let's continue now. Okay. Now, this is where the whole ball game changes. You need to look into this guy called you. This person is very important in our business, in marketing this business. The person called you and the person called business. There are areas that are very important that we need to checkpoint before we even think of us recruiting, before we even think of us building a team. The you aspect needs to be looked into very aggressively. So you are going to check certain areas very aggressively against yourself. So I call this recruitment checkpoints. In as much as I want this team to grow, what is the quality of my advertisement? And what is the frequency of my advertisement? You, Nobody's talking to you, nobody's analyzing. You are doing a personal check at yourself. In as much as I want to make a big team, how good is my advertisement and how frequent am I doing it? You can have a good quality advert that you only share once a week, or it will not going to do the business or the job when you are comparing to somebody who have got a good quality advertisement that he is sharing more frequently. So you're looking into what is it that I can use? What is it that I can do? Now, I want you to take advantage of simple things like your social media. If you are still today, Monday to Sunday, you are sharing the most popular song, the videos of the week, that party that we went to, or the food that we ate on that party, all the friends. Yes, Monday to Sunday, but now we are trying to build a network here. We're trying to build a team here. In as much as it is important to maintain your social life, it is also very important to take advantage of it. In other words, it's not going to change you. Now you're always talking about the business. It gets boring sometimes. We always. But at the same time, you're always talking about parties, and there's no time for your business. Your growth will never, ever be the same as that one who is balancing. So you need to balance these two things, the quality of your advert, number one, and the frequency of your advertising. That's number two. So you are looking into these things. I want you to take advantage of social media, because social media gives you access. It gives you a platform to do both business adverts and your social life. You need to have an equal balance. You might want to find out if you are very good at checking your status, how many people read your status, how many people view your Facebook chat, all those things, how many people view your WhatsApp status. It's very important to look into that. Sometimes you find that you are hitting 100. I used to hit about 600 views a day. And I suddenly saw, I'm hitting 3, I'm hitting 4, I'm hitting actually 50. And I asked myself, what is it that have led to such a reduction? One of the main reasons is the advertisement quality, is the quality of posts that you are putting. They turn off people from following your posts. I want you to know, sometimes you only need a business-based profile picture to start causing noise. Sometimes you only text your status. Sometimes only taking a few pictures with celebs. Sometimes it causes interaction to take place. Sometimes having a team member. When last did you have a picture with your team members? Sometimes it's very important. Those are basic items that I want you to know. When you say quality, we are not saying go and get very high profile colors, videos. Quality, we are looking at the material, the content that is in your advert. What is it about? Is it enough to attract attention, to create awareness? So those are some of the areas that you need to check as an individual, to say, when I'm mastering every morning, I need to check all these things by myself before somebody tells me my business is not happening. Okay, so you need also to evaluate what we call engagement level. To what level, when you are sending material, try and send material that allows people to engage with you, or to comment, or to ask questions. Cause traffic. That's what you're trying to say. Cause traffic. Be that person that can send, strategically position your material in such a way that it causes people to comment, or to ask questions, or to engage with you. It's very, very important. And these are areas that you wake up in the morning and check your own engagement levels. How many people commented, and how many people viewed at least? How many people ask questions? If they are not asking questions, what is the problem? So it could be the quality of your content is not right. Now, what you do, I did this. I simply go to those that people are following. I go there and I copy exactly what they're advertising. I bring it to my platform. And suddenly I started seeing a jump on my viewership. So sometimes maybe you're posting things that are not marketable, or that are not attractive, or that do not cause traffic. Change the material. That's the quality I'm talking about. Change the material that you're sending out there. Start engaging with people with material that makes them ask questions, comment, and engage with you. It's very important. So you could be actually saying, hey, people, they don't want to join this business. The problem, before we look into the business, I always want you to know it's a two-player based institute. It's you and the business. Before we say the business, people, they don't understand the business, people, they don't want to join the business, people, they don't have, you need to work on these basic areas. I want you to know your lifestyle as well. Guys, your lifestyle, you can take advantage of your lifestyle. Maybe you're a pastor, I don't know. Your lifestyle can attract certain people into your business. Your lifestyle, maybe you're a party person. Take advantage of your lifestyle. There are always people that follow up what you do. So make sure when you want to attract people to a business, take advantage of your own pattern of life. Who is attracted to your life? Who else? And when they come to your life, what are their comments? Are they following you because they enjoy your lifestyle? Are they following you because there's something you're not doing right? Take advantage of that. Boom, you put your advert there. You take those people that come and keep on feeding them with your lifestyle. And as long as they are still following your lifestyle, bam, you put your advert there. So it's lifestyle advert. Lifestyle advert. That if that is, don't always say business, 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 business. Not every time do they want to hear about business. Before you know it, they stop viewing, they stop following you. So mix, there should be a balance. So do check on your own. Why are people following me so much? If it's the quality, good. If you're balancing, wonderful. Maybe it's your profile pic. It's enough to cause confusion. It's enough to cause traffic. It's enough to attract questions. Did you know? So you always need to check what brings your friends to you, what brings critics to you, what is it that makes people talk about you. So take advantage of that and you adjust accordingly. You adjust accordingly. So I want you to know this whole topic about personnel, the person called you in the business. It's about, I think it's about 3 or 4 pages about this. So I'm not going to discuss that tonight. And this person called you, we are going to master him in our next episodes. This person called you plays a very big role in the business. You can have a very good business to sell, a very good business to talk about. But if the you person, the you factor is not worked on, I want you to know the very good business will make other people rich while it makes you after very poor. So I want you to know you can also have a good you, a very wonderful you. Sometimes people, they are not going to join simply because they have got a problem. The business model that you are selling is not attractive enough. So you need the business aspect now to come into play. When you're discussing this business with people, there are certain areas that I want you to focus on, especially when you are talking about the African market. If you're talking about the Asian market, there are certain areas that you need to look into the business and you focus on them. They are very, very critical. So if you are going to only focus on building yourself and you don't have what to call business model attractive points, then you'll find it's going to make it very difficult. So most of the time, people, they want to know your startup, how affordable is it? How much? And most of the time, I used to make a mistake as well when somebody say, how much is it? Then I start telling about it's very, very, very cheap, and you know it's very, very cheap. It's about so much before you even check the person that is asking you. Do you know sometimes there are people when you tell them this business it's actually when you talk of affordability, we are looking from person to person. So you need to study the person and you take advantage of the business model. So you need to know this person, what is affordable to him is 150. This person, what is affordable to him is 750. This person, what is affordable to him is 6,350. So you need to be able to check. So it should be affordable, and you are looking at the lower part of him, not the maximum he can make, but the lower part of what he can afford. Each person has got his own lower part. So don't generalize all people that they will fit into $150. Some people, the moment you mention $150, they are turned off because it's too small for their dreams. So you need to look at the affordability, the startup for that particular person that you are bringing the business to. So analyze people before you even share the business. Okay, no, you go to this guy is actually a director in his company, and you are trying to market him a business that is going to change his life, and there, boom, you're talking about $50. Hey, you can start with $50. You got to understand what is affordability to who, and how is it going to link with the dream that you have. So it's very important for you to understand your business model. That's why it's so wide. We got the 150, the 350, the 750, 1,550, 3,150, 6,350. All those areas, there was a careful study that basically fits into each and every person. And when you go and approach people, you got to know who is $100 here, who is the 751 here, who is the 1,050, who is the 6,001. So you speak that language in terms, and it should be affordable to that person. And one of the most important things, people, they want to know payment methods, how easy it is. If you want to pay now, then you said, try on, you can check out my upline. You see, I'm suing you. No. These are basics that you need to understand about your business model. How easy it is for people to do payments. In terms of, if I want to deposit now, what? So you should have ready answers concerning this aspect. This is the business model part of it. I want you to know there's another factor that I didn't put here, but I'm going to put it at last. Okay. Withdrawals. So if I want to withdraw my money, these are basics that you need to know. What is the minimum? How easy it is? How can I withdraw? And you yourself, you don't know. That's areas that have shut down other people from continuing the discussion with you. So don't complicate this industry, because all companies that you always go to, you should always have these basics with you. And the issue of ranking results and ranking awareness programs. Do you actually understand your rankings? As a networker, it's one of the most important things when you are approaching a networker. They want to know, if I build my team, is there any rank? How do I achieve that? And how long can it take? What do I need to do? And what do I get? Very important aspects, basic models, those are attractive points that you need to look into. And I want you to know, if you are going to jump those things, the most disadvantaging part of it, when they ask you those areas and they realize you do not know, in as much as they would have looked high on you, in as much as you have been a good model to them, they realize you don't understand these basics, and their story ends there. So when you're talking about the business model, the attractive points, look into affordability. And I said affordability, you need to rank it per person. When you're talking about achievements, the rankings, look into how achievable is it. In terms of payouts, how achievable is it? And I also want you to take the word sustainable. The business model itself, you need to understand its sustainability. That's where you start talking about DeFi 11, you're talking about Payway. We are now looking into sustainability issues. So it's also very important you are selling those points. The affordability, you're selling the easy to pay methods, easy to withdraw, the rankings, the sustainability of the company. And most importantly, people, they don't want to be in a business that they don't know how they're going to be able to withdraw their monies. So how withdrawable is it? So you look into those aspects. So now they got two people that we are putting together, the business model and you. Now we blended and we're now going towards producing results. I want you to know what we are doing today was to introduce the areas that we are going to cover, the areas that we are going to be talking about, the areas that we are going to work on. And this introduction that I've done is simply to make sure that at the end of the day, we have what people that are ready to be professional networkers. So this introduction that I've made, I only want you to know these are the basics that we can work with tomorrow morning. Now, every Thursday, we're going to get more and more complicated, more and more complex. We're going to get more and more deeper into the industry called the network marketing industry. So we are going to find ourselves releasing more information concerning how best you can achieve your dreams as a networker. It's something that we can do. It's something that you can do. And it's something that I know you have the capacity to do. So is it important that you do network marketing? Yes, it's important. Is it important that you grow, you develop, you build up? Yes, it's important. Is it important that you develop others? Yes, very important. So how do you build a team? It's the effort that you put yourself, it's the effort that your team puts, the effort that your upliner puts. But how about you from the top to the bottom? You're all professionals. Can you imagine the growth? Can you imagine the speed of growth? That's super exciting. That's what I want you to know. Tonight, we're introducing you to this platform. I want you to know we are going to have all the top leaders that you know, they are here. They are going to be tapping into this topic and covering as much ground as there are two different areas that we are going to be working on. The network marketing as an industry, the personality as an area of concern, the business model as it is. And we are also going to work on how to motivate your teams. So those are some of the areas. So we're talking about you tonight. We're going to be talking about the business on our presentations. And we're going to be talking about your teams, how to grow them. So don't miss out the next episodes. Every Thursday, we'll be here with great leaders. I want you to know we got another great leader here. I would request him to share a word before we close the session. And before we close the session, I want you to know I have got a competition that I'm doing, and that competition, if you manage to answer the question right faster, for today, you are going to get at least, just for today, since you attended, the prices are going to increase from time to time to time to time. But for today, we have got $40 US. We've got $40 US that will be transferred to your username if you get that question right. Okay, we'll transfer it to your username, get 40 EPTs tonight before you go. So I want you to make sure whatever I have covered here, you remember, because I'm going to ask a question, right? Before I ask a question. So I want you right now, while I'm waiting for that leader to tell us what he's going to tell us, I want you to start remembering what I said, because I'm going to ask you one very important question. And if you answer it fast, then that will make our winner of the day. Okay, so, and that I'll do the transfer to your username. It's just $40 US for free, for simply being able to remember the question. Okay, what we covered tonight. Okay, so let me just check if the leader that I wanted us to, let me just check if he's here. I want you to get one important word from that great leader. And I know this is the platform where we are going to produce more and more leaders. I don't see his name there. I guess he's there, he's there. Okay, I was going to cut his head tomorrow morning. Okay, I got a leader, Temba Mkwane here. I want you to know one thing about this man. He is a man who have walked the walk, and is a man that have seen a lot in this industry. And most of the things that he actually talks, there are things that he have learned from walking the walk. So allow me to ask Leader Temper to say a word and share what he would share concerning the topic that we're handling tonight. And I'm going to ask my question after that, and we're going to get a prize after that. Should be this one, huh? Are you? I don't know if I've unmuted. Can you talk, Leader Temper? I'm not sure if I have unmuted you. There's two Temper Mkwanis. I'm not sure which one is which one.
Yes, leadership, how are you?
I'm super great. I'm super excited, leadership. How are you?
Fantastic, brother. You are not only intelligent, you are also talented. You are
Awesome.
doing a very good job, and I don't have much to say. You've just said a mouthful here today. I'm just gonna say one or two things as far as us doing the business as individuals.
Yes.
The most important thing here, guys, is that when you do the business, people will always buy you first. Before they can even listen to your business, they will buy you first. So you must look the part. I'm not saying now you must go and start buying suits just like Dr. Charles there. But you must look the part. People must see that you are a businessman, you are a businesswoman. That is number one. Number two, there's something called the law of attraction. People will always be attracted to you if you know your story, if you are motivated. They will see your walk, they will see the way you talk. When you open your mouth, people will always want to listen to you. So make sure that all the time you talk with confidence. You also said something very important here, that we do not read. We don't try and dig the information. I'm sure I'm calling you leadership almost every day, asking the things that I don't know here, because you are ahead of us as far as this information is concerned. So we mustn't be shy to ask where we don't know. We've got our leaders here like you and the more leaders, Lufuno, Zesipo, and other leaders who came before us. So we mustn't be shy to ask. NgesiZulu sithi ukubuza akoni, ask where you don't know. But the whole thing here, guys, it's about you as an individual. Once you can work on yourself first, you're going to be successful in this business. And your why, WHY, why did I join this business? You as a person, do I want to make money? Do I want to help other people? What is it? Your why must be big enough. If your why is big, you can't go wrong. You know, very soon I want to see more and more immortals coming here in South Africa. Already we can see immortals coming in Nigeria and all that. Well, they came in before us, but we must push for this now. For that, we are so lucky that there are people who are winning in front of us, who are getting to this immortal in front of us. Now we know that this thing is working, but it's all about you as an individual. Your why must be big enough. Let me end it there here today, leadership. And next week, Thursday, we're going to go further, but it's so important. Another thing, you must love what you're doing. You can buy a new car, guys. If you don't service that car, already that car is going to give you problems. Same with you. If you don't work on your business, to service your business, to get more information, read books, listen to CDs, even if it's not about your business that you're doing, but just to keep yourself motivated all the time, you cannot go further with network marketing. This is network marketing, it's all about people helping other people. So please let us work on ourselves, and remember, we need to work as a team as well. Thank you so much, leader.
Thank you. I know that when we put all this together, guys, we'll produce professional network marketers. I wanted us to start on a slow pace, and we're gonna get deeper and deeper and deeper. And as we meet every Thursday, we are going to touch serious areas in these industries that I know if we master them, we will produce big teams. Now, I've got a question. Okay, let me see if I can open something here. I was trying to open something here so that we can have an easy, let me see. I want to be able to